everyone, this is Ork Lesnik from Global Immigration once again. Today's topic is Express Entry. What is Express Entry? It's an application for permanent residence for people around the world who want to come to Canada to live and with their families or by themselves. It's an application that has several parts to it, and the first part is to enter into the pool. So how it works is it's a point-based system. What it means is that the points dictate whether a person or a family will be selected for permanent residence or not. The points are derived from several factors. One of them is your age, your educational background, your work experience, knowledge of English and or French, as well as several other factors that can boost your points, such as having family in Canada, arranged employment, and whether you have worked or studied in Canada in the past. These are some basic, not requirements, these are basic elements that how your points will be calculated. People with the highest points will get selected on a monthly basis. So what's involved is profile is created on the the Governments of Canada portal. This profile is where you will include all of that information about yourself, about your spouse if you have one, and then you will essentially end up with points. Now, you will remain in this sort of pool. It's like a waiting list. That's what I call it. It's like a waiting list. You'll remain on there for a period of 1 year. And if you are not selected for permanent residence, you will be kicked out of this pool or this waiting list. And then you can reapply again if you choose to. But you have basically 1 year, 12 months to get selected. Now, the points fluctuate. Every month the points will fluctuate, and sometimes they go extremely low. So it's a good idea to have a profile in this pool to get yourself on this waiting list. Now, of course, this is only for people who I would say probably have more than high school education, that definitely have at least 1 year of work experience, whether in Canada or back home, and speak English and or French, because you will have to pass your English exam or a French exam, and there are some minimum requirements and thresholds for that as well. But if you are one of those people and you do want to come to Canada, it's a good idea, because there are also occupations in demand. So depending on your work experience in the past, that will also dictate your chance of getting selected, because the Canadian government will introduce different occupations that are in demand at any particular time, and people that have experience in those occupations can get selected as well. The process, it evolves all the time, so there's different criteria that's always added, and the program basically is somewhat fluid. It used to be more very standard and strict to one criteria, but now it's always changing a little bit depending on Canadian economy, what is in demand, what is not in demand. And so it's a great idea for anybody who wants to come to Canada to have their profile registered, to be in that pool, and you may get selected for permanent residence. You can do other things, you can make other applications at the same time, so a different application for permanent residence is not going to harm this case, and this case is not going to have any negative impact on anything else that you're doing, whether work, study, or visiting, or just applying for anything else. Right, so contact us at Global Immigration in Toronto, 647-986-8472, and you can send us an email, WhatsApp, it's the same phone number, and we can assess and see whether you are eligible for permanent residence under the Express Entry program, and see what your points are and get you on that into that pool, and hopefully you can get selected. For now, that's all. Nice to see you all again. Bye-bye.